interesting program that I wanted to see if you knew about. It's called CoCoRaHS.
I look at it in the winter to see what the spring will be like, and I look at it in the spring to see what the summer prediction is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
Definition: watered one plant, got distracted by a bug, ended up chatting to the chickens.
I have like 3 or 4 weather apps I check regularly.
Yeah, wow, 4?
Yeah.
They'll have 24-hour precipitation. I'll just kind of give you a glance at the map.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can click on each of the dots, and you can see there's a huge concentration in the United States.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cocktail.
Yeah. CoCoRaHS.
Can I get the CoCoRaHS?
Oh, it's cocoa, raspberry, and tequila.
The Helpful Gardeners, the podcast that digs into the buzziest plant trends and news you need to know, regardless of your growing zone. Colin is a skilled horticulturist with decades of growing experience across Canada. Brandi is the greenest of green thumbs with a love of asking questions. Welcome to our Garden Nook.
Hey, before we start the podcast, can I show you something?
Yeah, what's going on?
So I'm super excited. Look at this. Look at this. It's continuing. Look at this.
What's going on?
So this is new. Well, sorry, I'm excited. It's not new. This is a fertilizer I used to use back in Quebec.
Fafard.
It's killer. So this was on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know how old it is, but I was using it 30 years ago. It's organic. It's made from chicken manure. I love this one at Urban Gardener. This is for balcony growers, small space.
No
You don't need a
way.
huge amount of fertilizer, but it's literally
Are you serious?
so you can salt bay it.
That's so cool.
and-
Okay.
Brand new into the West.
Yeah.
And I think all the people that came from Quebec and Ontario, when they see this, they're going to be as excited as I am.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm looking at it and I feel like when it tells you on the front of the bag, this is for vegetable gardens.
Yep.
It's not like we're trying to make you guess what this is for. Like if you were growing a specific thing, then okay, I need to look for this specific fertilizer. What's that one again?
That one is the all-purpose. So the base fertilizer in it is chicken manure and it's organic.
Oh, you're kidding. We have all of these in store.
All of them. We've got different size flowers. We have the Urban Gardener. We've got the all-purpose. And family-owned business. They focused on the East Coast where they were from, and now they're finally expanding, and I genuinely couldn't be happier.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, well, I'm going to go take a look downstairs in the greenhouse then and grab some fertilizer.
When you garden this, you got a new fertilizer.
Yeah, okay. Fafard.
Fafard.
Oh, I like it. Hey, so remember a couple weeks ago, you were talking about the Instagram post where they were talking about like a murder of crows, but the equivalent for plants.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually found this other post by Organic Gardeners Mag, and they were talking about other important gardening terms.
Okay.
And the first one is called faffing around.
Faffing around, yeah.
So I've never heard of the word faffing before.
It's absolutely, oh my God. It's either English or it's Northern English or Geordie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so what's faffing? Putzing.
Would be, I guess, the equivalent.
Yep. So they say, definition: watered one plant, got distracted by a bug, ended up chatting to the chickens.
Yep.
Love
So you'd say like, oh, what did you get up to do? Nothing. I just faffed around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faffing around the garden. The second one, just doing a little garden admin. So you moved multiple pots slightly to the left, nailed it.
Yeah. Garden admin.
I feel like under that same category would be like weeding. You're just doing a little garden admin.
Maybe like after you've done all your planting, you put your tools away properly.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yep.
That's some admin
that's
work.
admin.
Yep.
The next one, pottering about.
Pottering about.
May involve light pruning, heavy contemplation, and a scone.
Yeah, I feel like pottering and faffing.
Kind of interchangeable. Yeah.
Two sides of the same coin.
This one was interesting. Doing a bit of weeding. Weeding is just hide and seek for adults, and the weeds are always winning. Often turns into a full-blown garden renovation. That's like whenever I tell Brad, I'm like, oh, it's just going to take us 5 minutes. It always takes us like half an hour.
I'm just going to weed this one area.
Yeah. And my favorite one, just a quick trip to the nursery. Said no gardener ever.
No.
It's never just a quick trip to the nursery.
This spring, Jenny and I were like, okay, let's get in and get out.
Yeah.
We got a plan. Let's get it. We even split up.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, I'll do the veggies.
Okay.
You do the herbs. We'll meet in the flowers.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 hours, 20 minutes later.
What?
Yeah. Because we're like, oh my God, look at these flowers. Oh, look, I want to go over and see this. What do you think of this tomato? And then I find Jenny and she's wandered into the veggies and I'm in the herbs.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's why Brad has resorted to putting me in the cart. Okay. Well, we are heading into July.
Yeah.
And typically this is the month of hot weather and storms. So we might be seeing a lot more thunderstorms in the forecast, although the June seemed like it had a lot of thunderstorms in this forecast.
I mean, yeah,
warnings, but
a lot of distant ones.
Yeah.
Like you'd hear it, but it wouldn't maybe develop into anything over Calgary. It was very strange.
Yeah, it was very strange. But it's still something that us gardeners need to be aware of right across the country. There's this interesting program that I wanted to see if you knew about. It's called CoCoRaHS. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
It is the Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network. And so it runs across North America. So that's why it might not be super mainstream here.
Alfredo he showed me a weather app that he uses for his search and rescue and stuff like that. And it's all crowdsourced from people who are in the actual location.
That's exactly what this is.
But he didn't give me the name.
Yeah. So it might even be the same thing.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's pronounced CoCoRaHS.
I like that name too.
Yeah, and it's a grassroots citizen science project made up of over 27,000 everyday volunteers across North America, even parts of the Caribbean. Volunteers measure rain, hail, and snow right in their own backyards, and then they upload it to this sort of real-time map. And I want to kind of show you what this looks like because it's really, really cool. They'll have 24-hour precipitation. I'll just kind of give you a glance at the map.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can click on each of the dots and you can see there's a huge concentration in the United States and especially in the central part of the United States where there's a lot of agriculture going on, and they'll show the observed time. They'll actually do a gauge catch in inches. They'll track snowfall, snowpack. And then you can actually click on the dot and it'll take you to a website and it will actually show you when precipitation began, when it ended. So I imagine they use some pretty high-tech gauges because I can't imagine they're out there 24 hours a day reporting this.
I like the idea behind it. But do you have to sign up and do you have to get affiliated rain gauges and how does it work?
Well, this is how you get involved.
Okay.
So it's super straightforward. Only takes about 5 minutes a day is what they've said. Okay. So you sign up, you register on their website. There's a link that says join the CoCoRaHS network.
CoCoRaHS does sound like somebody that you would see on RuPaul's Drag Race.
You know what? I just think that I just want to be on my LinkedIn profile, CoCoRaHS member, volunteer. And they'll be like, that sounds so legit. What is this? I want to be involved.
Especially since it's all capitals.
Yeah, exactly. So then you get the gear. You'll need a couple of low-cost specific measurement tools, like a standardized 4-inch rain gauge. Yep. There is a quick training. So it's online, slideshows, written guides, YouTube animations, so you know exactly how to read the gauges. And then you report. So you check your gauge, you enter your data on their website or mobile app, and then you can see your backyard's data pop up on their live maps. So every single one of those dots on that map is a volunteer in their network. And
they want it. I mean, obviously not everybody can do it daily. People go on vacation. People get sick, busy, whatever. But as frequently as you can.
Exactly.
So they can keep compiling.
Exactly. Especially this year in Calgary. And I'm sure other parts of the country are very, very cognizant of how much they're watering, when they're watering this year. The city of Calgary introduced the new watering program. And so, it's been a bit of an adjustment for sure. But what's cool about this is that you can really precision water, right? You can figure out, okay, is it going to be raining? Is it not going to be raining? When should I be watering? And I know we have great, weather apps out there, and that's going to be a nice baseline for you to go, for your own garden. But it is kind of cool to be like, hey, we only need about 1 inch of water per week for, your perennials. And
there's also something to be said about, we've already talked about this. I have 3 or 4 weather apps I check regularly.
Yeah. Wow. 4?
Yeah. Weather Network, Environment Canada,
Why? Can I ask why you check 4?
Just to make sure that they all match up for things like if
Interesting.
I'm ordering sod or like it's all work-based. Like,
Interesting.
what's the weather going to be for this weekend? Do I need to make sure I've got X and Y in?
Huh.
What's happening? So
Yeah.
I like to cross-reference because any one of them can be wrong.
Mm.
But they're covering vast distances. Like Environment Canada, the one I use the most.
Yeah.
Covers every single place in Canada. They are not worried about my postal code.
That is very true. And if I'm not mistaken, they take from the airports. So it's only one portion of the city.
Yeah, I think they like right next to my house, something very interesting. It's been there for a couple of years now. There's a weather station.
Is there
so
really?
Queen Anne's Park Cemetery?
Yeah.
Right where that meets the dog park where I walk Jimmy. So I'm no kidding, like literally a block from my house. There's a full weather station. It's got the wind spinny thing
really
on it.
cool.
Like, yeah. So I'm like, who's getting that data? Like, I want to know where it's going. Cause I'm like,
neat.
That's me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
But there's certain places like, the Maritimes or Newcastle, even if I'm talking about places that I can reference specifically because I lived there. And when the storm is coming off the ocean, it's normally a big storm. So you know that if you're in St. John and you're getting rain, they're likely getting rain in a 30-kilometer radius. Yeah, you can get sun showers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But Calgary, that isn't true at all, ever. Like, was it this year where the north got like 1.5 feet of snow and South Calgary, where you are, had beautiful sunshine and warmth?
And that's what I mean. Like, I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago about do you look at weather apps or do you look outside?
Yeah.
And I really feel like the north and the south, like you said, can be completely on different pages. And, I think it's sort of our position from the mountains and.
Well, I remember a few years ago too, east and west.
Yeah.
So I was living in Hawkwood.
Yeah.
And I drove to Golden Acre. I left Hawkwood, so slightly higher elevation, but I'm not up a mountain.
Sure.
It was like -10. When I pulled into Golden Acre, it was +6.
What?
Yeah. So relevant data, like that kind of makes, like, I'm a bit of a nerd.
Yeah. And I think what's even cooler is they give you sort of the broad scope of the map, which for me, I like the visual aid because it's like you see on a weather app, you're like, okay, this is Calgary. And then you see the text and it's very isolated.
Yeah.
But when you see a map like this, it's actually color coded to show you. So for example, if it's a red dot, it has the most amount of rain. So like 5 inches.
Okay.
But then they have it kind of going down from there. So orange, yellow, blue. And then if there's no rain, it's white dot. So you can actually like physically see where are the red dots. And then you might be able to tell if there's a trend coming your way to be like, oh, okay, I should be preparing for things like hail.
One of my favorite things, it's not very good daily, but it's great to set up for the season. I don't know how many people still use it. I love the almanac.
I do too. I you know why I use it? I use it in the winter time to tell if I'm going to be miserable one week because it's going to be a lot of snow.
Okay, that's valid.
But I've never really accessed it in the summertime.
Yeah, I look at it in the winter to see what the spring will be like, and I look at it in the spring to see what the summer prediction is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there are weather things that, one I'll never forget is the farmer. I think I've talked about this before, who told me about where the crow's nest tells you the season.
Yeah, totally.
So, that's almanac stuff like that historical. But our memories and our perceptions fade fast. Like I remember one year, we were all talking, and I was like, "Well, last year was a cold summer," and everybody's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "It was cold." They were like, "No, dude, it was beautiful." And I was like, "No, I disagree." And then after a while, when you talk to like 10 other people and everybody is against you, you're like, what is wrong with my memory? And then I looked and I was like, oh, right. That summer, I'd spent like 3.5 weeks in Greece. So, of course, the Calgary summer didn't seem as hot.
Sure, comparison-wise. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then other times you go, was it rainy? I think it rained a lot last year. And then you look and you go, oh, it really didn't. It might have just rained on the weekend. So having that historical data and that reference and live tracking,
Yes.
I think it adds up.
I think it's really cool. And just like another thing, if you wanted to nerd out and volunteer for something that's kind of community based, I think this is a good option. I'm going to post the link for the CoCoRaHS over on.
Okay, let's be honest. You just like saying cocoa. That's like the 5th time.
Sounds like a cocktail.
Yeah. CoCoRaHS.
Can I get the CoCoRaHS?
Oh, it's cocoa, raspberry, and tequila. Coconut.
I am going to post this link over on our show notes. So head to goldenacre.ca/podcast and you can check this out. And that should be another garden term.
CoCoRaHS.
I'm just going to go CoCoRaHS.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry, can't make it to the party.
CoCoRaHSing.
I'm CoCoRaHSing.
This podcast is brought to you by Golden Acre Home and Garden. Find seasonal inspiration for your home and garden in Calgary, Alberta year-round. Visit goldenacre.ca. The comments and opinions expressed by the Helpful Gardeners on this show are our own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Golden Acre Home and Garden. For more information on everything we covered today and to leave us a voice note, visit goldenacre.ca/podcast. The Helpful Gardeners are on Instagram at The Helpful Gardeners Pod. Keep on growing, gardeners!
Hosting the Helpful Gardeners has been extremely helpful in my gardening journey, but I have a secret weapon that I really want to show you today, and that is the Yard Smart program, developed in partnership between the City of Calgary and the Calgary Horticultural Society. It's so great. I wish more cities across the country had something like this because they have free online guides for different garden types. So a sun-loving garden or a perennial garden or a trees and shrubs garden or a pollinator-friendly garden. And I love their free videos over on their website, and they cover different topics like gardening on a budget or starting a garden bed from scratch, which if you've been following the podcast this year, that has been my main garden goal. You have to go online and check it out. Head to calgary.ca/yardsmart, or you can head in-store to Golden Acre Home and Garden here in Calgary, Alberta, and pick up your free copies of their guides today. Happy planting!